I'm Pieter du Preez, this is my lovely wife Ilse, and we'd like you to join us on our journey of inspiration. So I want to start by giving you a bit of background on what I was all about before the accident. So from 6 years old at school, sport played a big role in my life. So I mean, even at school, I competed provincially in different sports, and for the varsity I ran and cycled. I made the South African students team in cycling, I made the South African students team in triathlon. And then I'd say my highlight at that stage was making the under-23 South African team and competing at World Champs in triathlon in Canada in 2001. And then came 6 October 2003, when everybody, except luckily one person, which was me, thought all my dreams were shattered. And a lady didn't see me, and she drove in front of me and knocked me off my bike. And she actually thought a rock hit her car, and when she got out she saw the bike and then looked and she saw me lying on the floor. And at that stage, luckily I was still awake, lying on the floor. I knew something serious was wrong with my neck because I couldn't move anything, but I didn't know the extent and whether it would be permanent. When the lady came up to me, she was already crying, and I calmed her down and told her she must stop crying so we can deal with it. I forgive her, and that everything happens for a reason, you know. And that's really what it was, you know. So for me, the grace from God from above was just incredible, you know. So from there, I got taken to my Busselton hospital. It's actually, I must say, it was a funny story because I was on my way to a chiropractor that day to get my spine in alignment. I had a bit of a hamstring niggle, and then she knocked my spine out of alignment. So it was a bit of a sort of different direction it went into. So eventually I went to rehab as a C6 quadriplegic. And rehab was really a stepping stone. I spent 12 weeks in there, but that's where you realize what this new body of yours has and don't have. After rehab, I was home, and I mean, at that stage, I could eat sort of myself, brush and those type of things, but I couldn't even transfer on and off the bed. I couldn't dress myself really fully by myself, all those type of things. So when I got home, I made sure that I could dress myself fully, and then I timed myself the one day getting dressed fully, and it took me 50 minutes, 50. You know, I was getting closer and closer and closer to under 30 minutes, to under 20 minutes. And before I opened my eyes, I was getting dressed fully in 15 minutes. Yeah, so then I said, okay, well, I'm not going to let it stop there. I'm going to make it 7 minutes. But I can tell you today, I'm 3 times faster than that. My record's 2 minutes 41. So, I mean, that just goes to show you. So I started my work, and you know, from there, once I got into a rhythm, it was I wanted to get back into my individual sports, you know, cycling and hopefully pushing a marathon and those things, which a lot of the guys, there's no quad in the country that really did pushing and pushing marathons and those things. I'm going to attempt to be the first quadriplegic to do a 70.3, which is a half Ironman. Now that is 1.9k swim, a 90k bike, and then a 21.1k run. And obviously that's the small little dream towards becoming the first quad to do a full Ironman, which is still sort of impossible, but I'm going to keep going at it. And yeah, you know, that's my next big thing. And then I want to close off over the last 2 slides with a quote, and it is, my deepest fear is not that I'm inadequate, my deepest fear is that I'm powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We were all meant to shine as children do, and as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And I want to encourage you guys to go out and be the best examples you can be, and go shine those lights brightly. Now, I'm Pieter du Preez, and this is my wife Ilse, and this is not the beginning, and neither is it the end. This is life, and I'm just living it. Thanks for the opportunity.